Hi, everyone. So there was technical difficulties, and yeah, I turned the computer off. So I am back on air. I was going to delete the first stream, but I'm actually just going to leave it up. That way, everybody gets a chance to see Ro. So really quickly, I'm going to take you through just basic what I'm going to do, and um, and just have some calm time creating, because I think creating um, can center it for me. It centers me, and it kind of just calms my mind. It puts me, yes, little cookie, hi, you are first. So, what I'm going to do, let me just kind of break it down here. I already got the mountain, right? And I've got the bottom here, the blue, and I've got the blues pretty much in where I want. I've got the lighter parts and the darker parts where I want them. Hey, Abhishek. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these two together, and that means creating some sort of scene here. And like I was, yeah, this is my painting here I've been working on for a couple days. And even though I was going to start a new one, I thought that, yeah, I have this to work on, and why not share that with everybody? So, yeah. Can you make a wolf when you get more canvases? I can try. Um, that is something I don't paint very often, is animals or people. Thank you, Abhishek. I appreciate that. So I've got, I talked a little bit in the last one about what I'm going to do. This is kind of, these right here, these front facing trees right here have just been painted in. They need a little more color to them. And I need to bring this together. And I'm, I'm okay at painting rocks, but I'm not good at painting the water that goes over them. So I'm going to work with this a little bit, and we'll probably throw some foliage up, and we'll just paint together. So if you like creating, I hope you enjoy this. And if not, there are other vlogs that I do that you might find more enjoyable. So I got my coffee in hand and painting underway. So like I said, first and foremost, I really want to get a little more depth of color here. I've got the path leading up. We've got some foliage started here that I'd already started. I had to blend in a little bit so I can just kind of see where it's marked on the canvas. So I'm going to want a little bit of yellow, but the yellow I'm going to choose is raw sienna. Put that on the plate. I'm going to add a little bit of spring green. And then I'm going to add a little bit of burnt sienna. So, and I pretty much do, like I think any artist, I do the best of what I have. So I got a little plate here. We got the colors there. I got my brushes over here. So for this, I'm really going to want this one, which is kind of just a smaller flat. Now I'm just taking one that I have wiped some of the water off, and I'm just going to take that and I'm going to kind of just blend it in there. Okay. Then I've got my mid green. That's the one I need. I think I'm almost out of it. Hi, Rowan. It's 12:24. Were you? Yeah, it's late here too, but you should become a famous artist. Um, if anybody is interested in my artwork, I do have a page called Manda J Artistry that I sell my paintings through. So check that out if you're interested. But I mainly do it because it is healing for my heart and soul to do some sort of creating. And really, I do like to see kind of where my mind goes with different things. And just kind of watch. And you can see if when you start creating or whatever, the more you do it, the better you become. You'll start to learn what, is pleasing to your eye or your sensibilities um, and kind of how it can, even for me, it can give me a glimpse into how I'm viewing my world. Like there is one painting that is coming up that is going to be um, kind of an emotional picture for me. Really along the same lines as one that I sold last year called, I think I just called it Fires 2019. And now it's like, wow, we're back here again. All right. And then we got this one here. Just needs a little bit of color. Okay. If you're wondering, do I get paint all over my clothes because I touch the canvas? Yes, I do. Okay, so we got that going on. Now, pretty much, I just need to think about what I'm going to do in this general area. And like I said, that is mostly going to be foliage. So, what I'm going to do is I need to, again, because when we're working with paintings like this, we start from like way back. So like the farthest point would be the mountain, and we're going to bring it closer. Now we're standing looking at it here. So this right here is going to be, we're going to want dark along here, and then we'll bring it into the light as we look at that. And I probably shouldn't do a lot of talking while I do this because, in all honesty, I've never had any professional lessons at all. It's just something that I love to do and have found solace and really joy in doing this. Can I make a dark sky with stars? Yes. Zach, Kayla. Hi. Okay. So I just got a dark green here. I'm just kind of mixing it up with my paints so I can kind of get a chiller dark green with maybe some golden brown in it. There we go. It's pretty. Okay. We'll just start right back here. And I'm just going to kind of do like little sprouts of greenery up along here. And when you're doing your foliage along lines like this, you got to think too, there's not just one type of plant. So you got to kind of look at, what kind of, you don't have to draw a particular plant, but what kind of differing colors do you want in there? And what kind of, plants would you want? So right now I'm painting like a leafy bush. And that's kind of what I did along here as well. We're going to bring this down and also start just a real leafy one. Let's see. Hi, Abraham. Go. So right now I'm working on pretty much the plants that are lining this side of the pathway. And I've got all the nice little leafy bushes that I want along that side of the path. So I'm actually going to start over here on this side. Get some nice leafy bushes going over here. And one thing when you're doing also forest scenes and tree scenes, you really want there to be differing kinds of trees in there as well. Yeah, little cookie. I need to. I think I. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Okay, let's see. And there we go. That works. Okay. I just had to take some time to do that for a second. Um, yeah, I took that. That person is now not on here. Okay. And one thing I will say, and I do notice myself doing it, is making things too in line. Nature's messy, right? And even though there's perfection in the lines and everything, it's not. The leaves don't all stop at one distance. It is perfect in its imperfection, and so I feel that there is definitely a need for putting in different colors. And it just really kind of makes it a little more pleasing to the eye. Okay. And now let's see. Yeah. Lisa, I didn't read this. I'm glad you're back. Thank you, Lisa. Is it Lise? Lise Porter? And thank you for that. Yeah, I like laughing. I'm just highly emotional, and part of that is just due to being rather emotional. Some of that is due to brain injury, and some of that's due to being bipolar. So you never know. It's always a toss up. What I'm going to do actually now is, because I want almost like a sage color. And what I do a lot too is just kind of experiment with different colors and kind of what they'll do to each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this cold gray and a little bit of this raw sienna and some green, and we're going to see how that rolls. See what we can do with that. That's definitely a different color. Probably should have used more. This is more. um, see, it's hard to pronounce my name. It's Lise. Lise. That's a pretty name. We're just glad you aren't depressed. You're right. I am not. And, the thing, and I think I've said this before, is, for me, there's been tons of stressors, but they're all good. And so it's just keeping my mind on that life is good. And no matter what difficulties there are, whether that be, right now there's just natural disasters and, just trying to do what is needed for, certain populations. But there's also this need as well to have myself be cared for. And so I've made sure, and actually, my oldest daughter was really big on reminding me to do that and really take care of myself, because I do have a tendency to put that at the sideline and then end up having a fit, which I did actually had a little bit of a fit when that live stream ended last time because everything went wrong. And I was like, I'm so over it. I'm just over it. And so I got to look at my youngest and be like, okay, you just saw your mom have a fit. But I came back to it and here we are and doing grand again. It's just sometimes having to take a break and tend to, your soul for a second. Um, Lizzie. It's French, and I am not French. But they named me that, and that's why. As a child, I hated it. As an adult, I love it. But most people just calls me Lisa because nobody can ever pronounce it. I think it's a beautiful name. I think that is and it's definitely not common. So very cool. It's really hard online to know how to pronounce names, and I so desperately want to pronounce, people's names right. And so I struggle with that, and I really appreciate you breaking it down for me. Ibrahim, kudos to my daughter, right? Yeah, no, I've got some amazing kids, amazing kids. Okay, so I'm just kind of getting this little plant. Okay, and now I am actually, for this guy, going to switch to a different brush. Pronouncing the Uday. Hi, Uday. I want to visit Japan one day. That would be very cool. Pronouncing names is even harder for as an Arabic speaker. I can imagine. I respect so deeply people that speak another language. I think it's really important. Hi, Trixie. All right, we're getting our secondary plant in there. Looking good. did you pronounce mine correct? Yay! I absolutely love your dog. She is gorgeous. Huge animal lover. I have two big dogs. Chows and pits. Oh, they do. When I'm stressed, what do I listen to? I have a whole playlist full of empowering, just, I guess, I listen to all sorts of music. I enjoy music. I don't know what would be. Trinity, what's my music style? Upbeat. I listen to upbeat music. Like I think, or no, I know on my phone, actually, my ringtone is Good Day by Nappy Roots. What's up, Tracy? See, I listen to ASMR. Oh, I do not like ASMR. I'm not even like I don't know why. I know so many people that like it, and it almost just like cause like it's the whispering. I have a hard time making out what people say anyway. Um, I don't know if it's hearing loss or whatever, but I have a very hard time understanding people sometimes. And so when whispering happens, it sets off something in my mind, and I'm just like, and the frustration. And I've paired it and finally thought about it enough to where I realize it's the same frustration that I feel when I can't understand what somebody's saying. It's whatever. I just don't. There's different people has the best personality, right? They're just great. They really are all around wonderful. Singing, drawing, and helping out animals are my passion. Good. I listen to ASMR. Just no, I don't. You can listen to ASMR all day long. All right. So let's get back to the painting. I did read your comment. I said I don't listen to ASMR. Baby, quit listening to me in the background. All right. I like the way that's looking so far. Um, it looks like you open a window on a wall. Great scenery. Thank you very much. Um, yeah, as a matter of fact, I will, at the end, I will put my Facebook page up from my paintings so you guys can go and take a look through at the different things that I do paint. Um, it just kind of goes right hand in hand. And actually, I've been discussing this for a while, is pairing up Manda J photography with Manda J artistry. So I just have like one singular thing rather than running two. Yes, dear. All right, good. I'm liking that. Yeah. I was actually going to cut those into strips and fry them up. We got some corn tortillas. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, okay. All right. Half-inch slices, please. Thank you.
Where did you get this thing from? What the hell is this?
What the heck is what? Oh.
Oh yeah, that wasn't there.
I'll explain it a little bit. I'm painting. Could we not while I'm doing this? You're not one of this. And for those of you who don't know what is going on in the background, there is this giant monstrosity that I had my son go pick up because our gym is closed. And I am gaining weight at an insane level right now, and I'm not cool with it. So I saw that come up on Buy Nothing, and I thought it was a lot smaller. So I had him take off, and he carried it blocks all the way home. And it's going to be lots of fun. It'll be a good time. Huh? What do you think about it, bro? Okay, so I pretty much got all of the foliage. The one thing though is this right here. Again, I'm missing some color in there, so I'm gonna just. Get a little more green. Okay, so we got that in there. Let's see. There we go. Um, let's see. From which place do you experience this image? I saw a picture that I thought was absolutely beautiful. Here's the thing. I don't do that whole look at a photograph and be able to paint it like that, right? So what happens is I'll see something really pretty. And as a matter of fact, I actually have the photograph. And that, of course, comes through the filter of my head. And then I paint kind of feeling the emotion at the time. And so, and of course, the image that I am painting will not hold a candle to, oh, you can't see. But anyway, it's okay. I sometimes find pictures, it's never the same though. So it's not like, you're copying someone's art. It's always my interpretation of a picture that I'll see, or really sometimes just something that I experience. Like I did one with a girl dancing in the stars, and it was just the way I felt at the moment. So I painted it. There's one that I did with a couple and a dog sitting at a lake, and that one was because Brian and I had gone on an adventure to this really beautiful lake. What is the best quality to become an artist? Persistence. Persistence and the knowledge that there is no bad art. There is art that some people don't like. There is art that is striking. Everyone has their own filter and view and perception. And so I would have to say persistence. Persistence, persistence, persistence. It's the same thing with vlogging. It's the same thing with anything you do. Do it consistently. Keep doing it. Do it even when people tell you can't. Do it when people say and say, I do it this way, and I wouldn't do this. Do it anyway, and do you, and keep doing it, and you will find that your skill set will grow. You'll learn things. It's a wonderful experience. Let's see. How did I learn to paint? By doing. Every once in a while, I'll get hung up on some stuff, and I'll watch some YouTube videos or look it up as to different techniques. But for the most part, I just do. I don't really. I'm definitely not trained by any means, or I'm sure they'd be a lot better. But I love them, and other people seem to love them too. And I know there's been a few paintings that I've made that have really captured people's hearts, and so I am thankful for that. Okay, animals are my passion as well, so that's gonna break your heart. That is one thing I am really glad to be involved in. I am a consultant for the One Health project or the One Health Clinic out of UW, and we deal with the interaction between humans and animals in the environment. And we help. Seattle Dogs is a partner along with Donny Co Clinic, and we help homeless animals. So I am really just thrilled to be working with those people who really value life on a very deep level. That's cool. Be careful, fish will take your bait stick from water. Okay, so now that this is done, okay, I've got my paths, got my trees, got my foliage, got my mountain. I'm just looking at this one little strip to finish up, right? And since I know, well, I could have a rocky beach, I could have, what do I want there? And a lot of times, if I'm in a hurry, it'll turn into a cove real quick. But I do try not to do that. I wanna improve and not do the same thing over and over. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to make kind of a nice sandy beach. So I have some brushed bronze, and I have antique gold.
All that metallic.
Yeah. No, I've hit the metallic, and I'm hitting the metallic paint. Yes, yes. Sandy beach metallics. Yes, please. Another fun thing I like doing too is like putting metallics somewhere in the painting. What were you asking, Teach? Yeah. First drawer in the kitchen. Yeah. Mhm. Hmm. Thinking I can't help but make some. Thank you, web surfer guy. Bob Ross is awesome, but he's also able to like talk while, or he was able to like talk while he does it, and sometimes I just get like really just kind of lost in it, and yeah. So there's that. So what I'm going to do now is, because here's the thing, I had already in this painting, I had already made rocks. And so I think I'm actually going to go with some rocks along the coastline there. Let's see. Well said. Yes, persistence driven. Yeah, that honestly, anything I do, that's what it is, persistence. I can't even tell you how many times I almost shut down my YouTube channel. I'd get nervous, I'd get worried, I would say, like, oh, I'm not very good. And of course, there's just so many things, but persist. In the face of adversity, persist. In the persist when people tell you that it's not going to work. Just keep doing it. Because in my experience, persistence pays off. As long as it's persistence with a good thing, like, not a bad habit or nothing. So, I'm gonna And right now, I'm not really worrying about the color a whole lot. Bye, little cookie. Hi, Matt. Um, I'm going to just kind of, right now, this is just the outline I want. Kind of a big brush on that. Yes, yes, and yes. So I am going to take a little bit of this black, and I'm going to take a little bit of this white. And make magic. Okay. Got some brown. There we go. Um, yeah, thank you. I would say that life is always a process of, figuring things out. By no means did I do it by myself. Yeah. Thank you, Mary. I paint and I do photography as well. Um, it's something that I love to do, and that's one thing I think with drawing and art. I hear so many people are like, "Oh, I would, but I'm not good at it." It really isn't about being good at it. It's about doing it and feeling it. Where you're at. comforting and therapeutic. It is, though. It is. I have to say, it is so comforting to me. And also, I have to say, having a comforting space to paint in is really important to me. Um, Being able to sit and center myself, and it's funny because I talk about it in terms of it being calming for me, and I already feel calmer. And from the beginning of the start of this video, I already feel much, much calmer. All right, guys. Well, I think for now, that is good for now, because what I need to do for right now is actually let it dry, and then, of course, take a look at it and finish up anything that I think needs some extra touches. So, started a couple days ago. This is it. If you can see the lighting so far. Um, Thank you all very much. I appreciate you so much. And I hope you enjoyed. And if you would like to support my channel, I don't know if there are links underneath this one because I had to come back on so soon. But I know that there are links. There are links in the other descriptions. So if you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link. There is an Amazon wish list, and that would be grand. And I appreciate you all so very much. And thank you for sitting with me while I paint. It's pretty grand. All right. Bye, guys. I will keep you updated and talk to you later.